Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back in the U.S. I'm tired. By the time I get to Houston, it will have been over 48 hours of travel. But I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because I know that God's been with me. You see, on this missionary journey, only in one country, it seems like I've been in 4 different countries. Why? Well, because it was such a large country and I traveled it from stem to stern. Suffice it to say, I was just in Asia, okay? The missionary journey has changed me. I'm different. You see, talk's cheap, and we sing songs like I surrender all and I love you, Lord. Everything I have is yours. Talk's cheap. It's time for Christians to walk the walk. I have to take myself to an altar every time I would get ready to change locations. Why? Because I didn't know the people I was going to meet. I'd never met them. I didn't know what type of provision that God would have. But I knew that God would have provision. You see, it's hard never knowing who you're going to be with, or how you're going to get there, or when the provision of God will arrive. What we think is God's perfect timing may not be God's perfect timing. Yes, I do know. I do know that I know that I know that God will provide. But it's not easy. Being a surrendered person takes someone who will do what the Bible says in Matthew 16:24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Matthew 16:24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Well, let's go back to Abraham. You see, Abraham didn't have a cross to pick up, but he did pick up a cross. Not literally, but in his obedience to God. Did you ever think that you might need to be surrendered to God in your temptation? Read with me Genesis chapter 22 and part of verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham. An important point to pay attention to right at the very beginning. The first verse basically says, after all this, God did tempt Abraham. That got me. It wasn't the devil tempting him. God tempted Abraham. Think about that a few minutes. How do you surrender your temptation to God when God is the one tempting you? I had to stop there and I had to think about it. And believe me, I've been thinking about it for quite a while. Are we really surrendered?
Yes.
It's time for us to truly be surrendered to God in everything that we do. So I'm going to try to post videos over the next few days of the different parts of this passage and of what it really means to be surrendered to God. And I'm just talking to you the way God talks to me. You don't have to agree with me, but you need to hit your knees and pray about it and let God talk to you about it. So everybody, let's all be surrendered to God together. Y'all have a great day, and know I am overjoyed to be back on this United States soil. God bless y'all. Bye.